So you're thinking about living in Seven Pines. Well, guess what? This may be the house for you. In just a few seconds, we're gonna check out this beautiful model home here in the Seven Pines community, Jacksonville's newest and most premier community being built right this second here in Jacksonville. So with that being said, let's check out this amazing model home and the features that you're not gonna wanna miss. So let's get into this tour of this beautiful custom model home here in the beautiful Seven Pines neighborhood, which again, we are located here in the heart of Jacksonville. And this neighborhood, Seven Pines, the thing I love about it is it's the newest neighborhood here in Jacksonville. And so there's a lot of thought that goes into making these homes the best they possibly can be, such as in this office space, which is, again, it's your dedicated office space for the house. They put a tray ceiling in here with plenty of recessed lighting, and they continued the wood that we have on the floor here. They continued on the ceiling to give it an additional look. So that's something that I love when builders do because it really does accentuate the space. And it's one of those things that if you have it in your mind to want to do it as well, it just makes sense to do it when you have the house built. So again, if that's something that you want to know more about, things to do with the builder, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can call or text me. It's going to be on the screen, or you can always email me as well, because I love to help answer those questions for you. Now, the next part we're going to talk about is the kitchen, the dining, the living, the area of the house that you will be spending probably the majority of your time. I know I do. And so this space, again, you have the high ceilings, the crown molding. As you can see, this dining room is a great size. It's a 6-seater table. Because again, here in Jacksonville, we have a lot of big families. And even if we don't have big families, we like to have a lot of big gatherings. So to have a big table like this, again, 6-seater, but the ability to do 8 if you wanted or even more, is awesome to see. I know I love it. I'm sure you do too. So definitely, and if you haven't yet, like this video if you do like this design of this house. Another thing too is they actually did an accent wall here, and they used more of that shiplap siding, but they did the shiplap in more of a geometric pattern. So again, in the comment section, leave a comment on what you think about that pattern. I love to know your thoughts because we don't see something like this very often, but I love when builders do this because it really does make the space feel a bit different than what you're normally used to seeing with your typical shiplap. Then as far as the kitchen, what I love that they did here is they did quartz, or more so granite countertops throughout the kitchen. So for your island, you have a massive island. You also have plenty of other countertop space separate from the island. And then they did a more traditional wood color cabinetry. So this cabinetry, again, it's very beautiful the way they have it. You even have this hidden pantry back in here. So just really a great space. And with this cabinetry, what I love about it is a little bit more masculine. So me being a guy, maybe that's why I like it. If you don't like it, I'd love to know in the comment section that as well. But it definitely just does give it a very sophisticated look, a very mature look, which personally I do love. You do get the large sink here, and they actually did a double sink here. And again, let me know, do you like the double sink, or are you someone who likes to have the big single sink? Personally, I actually like the big single sink, even though you can't necessarily put your wash dishes on one side and your to-be washes on the other side. I actually do like this. And then here we do have our gas stovetop. Here's something that you may or may not know watching this video. Here in Jacksonville, we do not have very many, at least for Duval County, very many gas communities. Now, a lot of the new ones are like Seven Pines, but that is the beauty of neighborhoods like this, is you do get gas appliances across the board. So if you want to know more about the different floor plans here to figure out which one makes sense to have your gas stovetop, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to me because I do want to help answer any questions you have on that. And then we also do have our vented hood up top. So overall, again, just gives it that very mature look across the board. We also have plenty more cabinetry over here with your oven microwave combo, which again, you can make this double oven if you wanted to as well. But to have all of this space for the kitchen is honestly, it's awesome to say the least. Because again, when you're living here in Jacksonville, when you're moving to Jacksonville, again, you want to have this space entertained. You want to have this space to be able to show off to people. And this floor plan gives you just that. And I'm sure you're curious about the price, which we will get to. But overall, for what this house has to offer, you're going to love what I have to say about that. Then we get to the living room, which again, the fact that this living room is open to the kitchen, the dining, I like to call it the trifecta of the house. It just really makes it flow super well and gives you everything you need in today's world. So with this living room, they did give us the tray ceiling here. They did the same things they did in the office, which again, I personally love, which is using that wood flooring as a wood inlay on the ceiling. You got plenty of recessed lighting, beautiful ceiling fan. So all in all, everything you could want to have in your living room, it has it here. So we are now gonna head to our 2 bedrooms over here and 1 bathroom. But before that, actually, we're gonna check out another bedroom bathroom that you may not have been aware of. So we're gonna look at that now. So overall, with this floor plan, I'd love to know your comments, so feel free to drop them below or give me a call or text or shoot a time on my calendar. I'd love to kind of discuss that with you. Because again, this floor plan is one of my favorites as we've been going through these different model homes because of the flow of it and because of how large and open it feels. So you do have a bedroom bath over here for guests. We're actually gonna show the bedroom first. This is gonna be your smallest of your 4 bedrooms in this house. In this bedroom, they have as more of a workout area, but it does give you everything you need for guests to have. Because again, you may use the other 2 bedrooms and bathroom for kids. This is a great one for guests. Because again, it's just large enough and just convenient enough that they'll be comfortable, but not too comfortable that they stay too long. And then on the other side here, we do have our laundry room. So the laundry room, a couple things I want to just point out. I love the fact that they continue the cabinetry in here because they do give you a nice sink and countertop space to work with. And they include some cabinets up top as well. But also the tile pattern here is a really nice tile pattern. It's a little bit more going on with it, but it works because the rest of the house, they kept very simplistic. So it really is a nice transition to kind of change it up a little bit. And again, this door here, I'm sure you're curious what's behind door number 1. Well, we'll get there in a little bit. And then from there, we actually have our guest bathroom. So this bathroom is gonna be for, again, guests who are visiting. It's also gonna be for your guests who are gonna be visiting for the day. Again, so this is gonna be more for your everyday use, for your occupants, for friends and family. And overall, as you can see here, they did the shower here. Really gives you all you need. You have the single vanity. They continue the same cabinetry as the rest of the house. So really a good use of the space to be able to give you everything you need for guests so they don't have to go in the bedrooms, obviously. Then from there, we're now gonna check out our 2 bedrooms and bathrooms. So these bedrooms are great for if you have 2 young kids or 3 or 4 young kids that are sharing a room. And again, the reason they're great is because yes, you do have just 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, but the great thing about this bathroom, it's a Jack and Jill bathroom. So because it's Jack and Jill bathroom, as we come into bedroom number 1, you're gonna see first and foremost, it's a very good sized space. We're still, and I may not have touched on this yet, but we're still gonna have our 10-foot ceilings. So with these high ceilings, which again, you only get in certain floor plans with this builder. So if you wanna know more of that, definitely reach out to me. Don't hesitate, it'll be on the screen. But with these 10-foot ceilings, it just makes the space feel so much bigger, so much more inviting, really a space that you could probably see yourself living in, because I know I could as well. So from this bedroom, we are gonna have a single vanity. And I'm gonna mention single vanity first because as you see, we have a door here. Well, this door really gives it to where, even though it's a Jack and Jill bathroom, depending on how many kids you have, how you wanna have it set up, you really could make this space, it could be a private bathroom for that bedroom. It could be a private bathroom for this bedroom because of how they did the design of it. So you have your single vanity, again, cabinets match the rest of the cabinets in the house. Here in the middle, we have our very simplistic shower tub combo. One thing I do love, I mentioned this a lot, if you've watched my other videos, you're probably sick of me saying it, but I do love that the builder went up to the ceiling with the tile, and the fact that they gave us a little insert there for our toiletries in the shower, just a really nice touch. And then on the other side is gonna be our other vanity. So again, because of the fact that you can separate the spaces with the doors for the shower tub combo, it really does give you that ability to make like a true private bathroom for one of the bedrooms, if that's your goal as well. And then bedroom number 2 over here, again, really good sized bedroom. Similar, pretty much the same size as the last one. And again, just like the last one, we have our tall ceilings. We have our crown molding, which is going to be an upgrade, but one of those that again could be well worth it. And again, your standard closet spaces for both of them as well. Next up, we're going to check out this beautiful back porch, which I think you're going to love. As we come out here, this is something that I do want to highlight because it's different than most homes you're going to see here in Jacksonville. With this neighborhood of Seven Pines, you have a lot of what's called alley homes with the backyards. So when you have an alley home back, house, you're going to have your garage in the back of your house. So you actually access it from the alleyway, not from where your front door is. A couple things with that. With this floor plan, your door from your garage, which one thing I want to highlight, this is a 3-car garage, which you do not find really almost at all other than here in Seven Pines here in Northeast Florida. But the 3-car garage, your door is actually outside. And there are always going to be some options to be able to make it more of an interior door if you want it that way. But the nice part about it is even though it's outside, because we have this beautiful covered back porch, you have that ability to still be able to walk into your home without worrying about the elements, the bugs, the water with rain, the wind, maybe a little bit of wind. But ultimately, you have to worry about the elements because of the fact that it's contained with your back porch. Because again, this is all under one roof line. Now, another thing I want to mention out here is the fact that this is the oversized back porch. This is not your standard back porch, but something you can do with the builder, which personally I would highly suggest because it gives you so much usable space out here. As you can see, we have our Somerset, gas stove or grill. We have our mini fridge here. We have our sink here, electricity, everything you could need to be able to host people on game days or just because it's a nice day out. You have that ability to do with this, which I personally love, and you may not get that with the standard back porch design. So having the oversized design like this is beautiful and really does add a lot to the house. Another thing it does add on too is you do get these large sliders that open up to your back porch. So I personally love these sliders, and the reason I love them is, as you'll see as we pan in here, when you open these sliders, it really brings the outside to the inside. And what I mean by that is because the fact this is screened in, when you're hosting people, you can open up these doors on a nice day, and again, the whole house becomes your entertaining destination for people. And the flow is just so beautiful with the kitchen, the living, the back patio, back porch, that honestly, there's no way you couldn't love it. But if you would want some tweaks to it, let me know in the comment section on what you would tweak on it, because I'd love to know your thoughts there. All right, now, I know you've been wanting to see this next feature in the house. I know I have, so let's go ahead and check it out now. So as I've already mentioned before, I'll mention it again, for the price of this home, you get so much. You get a great location. You get a great, a great layout. You get this beautiful primary bedroom with the tray ceiling, with the wood, different kind of wood inlay up there to add some elements to it. The double crown molding. You get all of these things for an amazing price, which we will mention at the end. But that's the thing about it is that, or later on, but that's the thing about it is that, you don't find something like this very often here in Duval County, here in purely Jacksonville. You may have to go to St. Johns County to find something similar, but that's the thing about like a floor plan like this, is they actually made this floor plan for this community, hence the name of it, which I'll mention later on as well. But as we go from our primary bedroom, it takes us to our primary bathroom. So the first thing you're gonna notice as we come in here is it opens up on you. Even though you have your double vanity on one side, the thing I love about it is you have tons of countertop space and plenty of cabinetry to be able to put whatever you need to put there for storage across the board. You do get a linen closet with this space as well. You do get your powder room, or water closet off the side as well. So you do get all those things included. But really the thing that really highlights the space is your double vanity with plenty of cabinetry and countertops, and then your walk-in shower. So this walk-in shower is just, again, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's so well done with how they designed it, with keeping it wide open like this. You know, they did the step down to keep the water in. They put the handles here to be able to turn the shower on without getting wet in the morning. I don't know about you, but me personally, I hate when I have to go into a shower and have to turn it on and I have to get wet when I turn it on. Like, I don't want that first thing in the morning because I am more of a morning shower person. So I love when they put the handles here like this. And they do give us our spots for our toiletries. And again, they went to the ceiling with the tile. What a crazy concept. But it looks so freaking good. So that's just one of those things I want to highlight because it is very beautiful. And they did do an accent wall here too, so to kind of break up the the tile across the board. So you do have more of your standard rectangular tile on the sides, and then more of your designer look with the accent wall. And they do give you double heads, which again, 2 heads is always better than 1 if you ask me. A couple things you can't do with the builder too is you can't do a rain head. They just didn't do that with this one. Then we come to our primary closet. So first thing you're gonna see, they did some nice custom cabinetry in here. I love when builders do this. Again, not saying that they do it across the board or that they do it for every home they sell, but it just shows you what you can do with the space. They even added a little drywall area up here so you could put like travel bags up top, bins up top for things you don't necessarily wear as often. You even have spots here to be able to put your dirty laundry. And the question you may have is, okay, so I have a spot there to put my dirty laundry. That's cool, but what do I do once I have my laundry ready to be washed? Where am I going to I have to go all the way across the house to go put in the washer. Well, here's the great thing, you don't. Because what the builder did here is they actually put a door here into your laundry room. So again, we've already seen this laundry room, but overall never hurts to see it again, because the nice part about it is this is your primary bedroom. It's your house. You want to have everything convenient to you. So to have that door there in your primary closet, just to be able to walk into your laundry room, is something that you don't see across the board. Not every builder does that. And a lot of builders that do that, typically it can be extra, and it may be for this one too, but if you can do it with the builder while you're building the house, I'm telling you, it is the way to go, because not only is it great for you as you're living there, but people love that for resale as well. Because again, who wants to walk through their living room and their kitchen to get to the laundry room? So yeah, overall, it is an amazing house. It is a great location, great builder. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk now about just what it means to live in Seven Pines, as well as just why people are moving here. All right, so what do you think about this amazing model home? Obviously, this is just a tease of what you can get here in Seven Pines, but I'd love to know your thoughts. So definitely in the comment section, let me know what you loved most or what you would love to see different with this specific floor plan. I'm always curious to see what people gravitate towards and see if it relates to what I gravitate towards or it's something completely different. That being said, what does it mean to live in Seven Pines? Well, here's the thing about Seven Pines. Seven Pines is located so conveniently to so many different things that you are going to spend time at here in Jacksonville. Such as, if you're going to be someone who goes to the beach a lot, we are 15 minutes or less from the beach. You leave Seven Pines, you hop on State Road 202, or we call it Butler Boulevard, it's a straight shot, takes you right to the beach. If you want to go to the town center where there's a lot of different restaurants, a lot of different shopping, the great thing about that, you hop on the highway from here, you can be there in 5 minutes or less. Now, taking into account though, if you go there during the holidays, budget for some extra time. But again, you're so close to those things. Now, if you need to go to the airport, again, you're about 30 minutes, 45 minutes away, but the nice part about it is it's almost all highway driving from here. So very convenient to get there, not many lights to deal with, super easy to get to. If you want to go to the Jacksonville Zoo, pretty much the same thing. You want to go to the downtown to see the Jaguars play, to see the Iceman hockey team play, to see the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp minor league baseball team play. Again, very easy drive. You take Butler Boulevard and I-95 and that'll take you down to downtown. So that's the great thing about Seven Pines is that there's so much around here to get to so easily that you feel like you're truly in the centermost point here in Jacksonville. And this really is the premier place to be here in Jacksonville right now, which is why everyone is looking here first when they're moving and looking to live here in Jacksonville. Now, as far as this floor plan, we are in the Duval floor plan built by ICI Homes. This floor plan starts in the high 700s. Now, keep in mind that is subject to change. And this starts off as a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom floor plan, as you saw today. Does give you that dedicated office and has a 3-car garage. So overall, it's a great floor plan, whether if you're a starter home, a starter family with some kids, or if you're someone that's a little bit older and looking at it as your last home. It really fits all your needs, especially because it is just 1 story. Also, the incentives they have on this, they are different for each floor plan. So if you want to know what they are right this second for this specific floor plan, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My information is on the screen. You can call, text, you can email me, or in the description of this video is going to be a link to my calendar where you can schedule time for us to meet face-to-face, through Zoom, through FaceTime, through a phone call, whatever you want to be able to talk about what it means to live here and move here to Seven Pines. So with that being said, I will see you guys again on our next Living in Jacksonville model home tour video.